Bryson Oliver. Number 1, Landon Norton. And then that front line in front of them is going to be number 3, Logan Price. In the middle, number 6, Garrett Ross at the bottom of your screen. And I believe we have that number 11, Hurley McAllister at the top of your screen. Trojans have done a really good job so far this season on special teams for the most part. Would like to get a big return here and get this game rolling. Again, because we got a late start, we were not able to recognize our sponsors, but we'll do that here in just a minute. But we are set and ready to go here in round 1. They were offsides, and the whistle is blown, so they'll back up 5 yards and have to re-kick that football. Ball actually went out of bounds, so it would have been better had they not blown the whistle there. Trojans would have got it immediately at the 35. We had a new mic set up we were excited to test tonight where AJ and I could hear each other in the headsets. Unfortunately, couldn't get that to work here. So we're going back old school with my old mic. Not sure if AJ will be able to jump in any tonight, but if we can get it working, we'll get his expert commentary on top of mine. So the Titans are now backed up to the 35-yard line for this kickoff. Trojans have all moved up. Gross is standing at about the 10-yard line here, awaiting this kick. Gordon Lee stands filling up pretty well. Student section dressed in holiday wear. Not a lot of folks over on the Towers side. I could probably count the number of Towers fans on both my hands here. So here's going to be a low liner. It's going to bounce once right into the hands of Gross, and he's going to have some running room right up the middle. Nice run. Does take a big hit and gets the ball out to the 36-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Trojans there. Gross had a nice head of steam, but that was a pretty big hit there by the Towers player. One of the players hit Gross in the legs. Another one hit him up high. Gross got spun around like a helicopter, but popped right back up like the tough all-around utility player he is. And the Trojans are going to come out single receiver, top and bottom. Gross in the backfield. Those receivers at the top, number 8, Oliver, number 1, Norton. Looks like you've got Ross. There's going to be a run to the outside. Gross is going to have a ton of running room right up the middle. He takes it across midfield. That's going to be a Beth Price, Keller Williams, 1st down for your Gordon Lee Trojans. Football's all the way across midfield down to the 42-yard line.
42-yard line at the time. 1st down 10, Gordon Lee.
Trojans run again here with number 33, Lane Vaughn. Another big run. He's going to take it all the way down to the 20-yard line, and that's another Beth Price, Keller Williams. 1st down for your Trojans. So 2 plays, the Trojans have gone from their own 35 all the way to the 20 of the Titans, and the Titans have now called a timeout, and so we'll take a timeout for commercial break.
I'm Jimmy Sprayberry, class of 79. I grew up here in Chickamauga. Krista and I raised our children here. You know, I learned a whole lot about life on this field, and ever since 1988, I've been helping folks with their insurance needs.
When I turned 60, I too became bombarded with phone calls and junk mail about Medicare insurance.
And that's why I want to offer you a free Medicare review.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Trojans have run 2 plays, moved the football all the way from their own 35 to the 20 of the Titans. 2 big runs. Those 2 powerful backs, number 9 Gross, number 33, who is the fan vote small school player of the year, Lane Vaughn with a big run. Lane's in the backfield again, but we're going to roll out. Day's going to throw it to number 6, Ross. He's going to make a nice move there, and he's driving all the way down to the 5-yard line. Heck of a run there by number 6, Ross. Looked like he was going to go down after a 5-yard gain, was able to put his hand down, maintain his balance, and then smash his way down to the 5-yard line for another Beth Price, Keller Williams, first down for the Trojans, and it's now 1st and goal. I see they've got the heavies in, number 3 Price, number 6 Ross, and number 33 Vaughn's going to run right behind them, drive his feet. Looks like, oh no, football came out. Trojans are going to have to chase this guy down. Looks like Ross has got a chance. He does make the tackle, but that ball was taken out of Vaughn's hands at about the 2-yard line and returned all the way down to the 34-yard line of the Trojans. So a disastrous play there for the Trojans as they were looking to take an early 7-0 lead. And the turnover with the big return. I do love seeing big men run the football down the field, but not big men from the other team. So the Trojans defense, a little bit winded there. You can see Ross worked hard to chase that guy down, and he's now winded and going to be playing defensive end at the bottom of your screen. So keep an eye here. Let's see if Towers tries to attack that here. This looks like a little bit different. Looks like Price is playing tackle here. Ball's going to get snapped, going to be run to the outside. Quick tackle is going to be made by number 4, Braxton Daniel, and a host of Trojans, 33 Vaughn. No gain on the play there. That'll bring up 2nd and 10. Once again, we talk about it every week. Braxton Daniel finding the football there. So it looks like we've got 17 Mitchum playing linebacker, but he was down at defensive end there. Price was moved into the tackle position. So we'll see what the Trojans do here. A little bit of a shift. See if the Trojans shift this direction. They do. Price slides out into that D end position here. Heavy set at the bottom of your screen. Going to be a straight quarterback run up the middle. Trojans are going to make a big hit there. Pickup of about 3. Football's now going to sit at the 31-yard line. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 7 for the Titans.
Gain of 3 yards on the play. It's 3rd down and 7.
All right, folks. See if the Trojans defense can bow its back here, get a big stop after that turnover. Heavy set at the top of your screen, but the Trojans play clock's down to 7. Towers is having trouble getting the play in here. It's going to be another quarterback run for sure. But it looks like Towers is going to burn their 2nd timeout. And so we'll take a timeout.
It's an honor to serve the community that I live in and help it to thrive. Here at Summit Physical Therapy, we focus on getting you back doing the things that you love to do. With years of trusted experience, we're bringing expert healthcare closer to home. It's hometown healing with care that's personal, local, and built around you. Coming soon to our North Georgia communities.
We are back, Trojan Nation. 9:20 left to go here in the first quarter. Just a quick recap. Trojans moved the ball down the field on 4 runs, got all the way down to the 3-yard line. Unfortunately, as Vaughn was fighting his way into the end zone, one of the Towers defensive linemen was able to take the ball from him and rumble all the way down to about the 35, 34-yard line. So the Trojans now are trying to make a defensive stand. It is 3rd and 7 here. Another quarterback run situation, potentially at the top side of your screen. Going to be a bit of a fumble here, but there is a hole. Trojans struggle to make the tackle there. Tackle was ultimately made by number 8, Bryson Oliver, but that's going to be a first down for the Titans there. Trojans had walked up, had 6 men on the line of scrimmage, which is a great run defense, but if you missed that initial tackle, not a lot of help from the second level there. Trojans seem to be confused, moving around way too much here. It's going to be offsides there. False start. So we'll back the Titans up 5 yards to the 25-yard line. And it'll be 1st and 15 from there. Game clock's down to 8:53 here in the first quarter. Trojans have a lot of work to do in that 8:53 if they want to continue that streak of being up 3 touchdowns at the end of the first quarter. Going to have to score quickly once they get a stop here. Towers continues to come out in those extremely heavy sets. Trojans are jumping around a ton. They were early again, and that's going to be a tackle for loss made by number 3, Lane Vaughn there. Loss of about 2 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 17 there for the Titans. Mitchum had walked up there to defensive end, had a nice rush, forced that back to try to bounce it outside. And if you give Vaughn any space, he's going to come in there and make a tackle, and he did. So another heavy set here, the bottom of your screen. It's going to be a run to the outside. Tackle's going to be made again by Vaughn. He's holding on. Actually finished off by number 45. Sean Harms-Benefold finishing him off there. So it's going to be another tackle for loss. That's 2 in a row, AJ. Yep. It's going to be a big 3rd down here. Football all the way back at the 28-yard line. So heavy set at the top. There is going to be a single receiver at the bottom, which we haven't seen yet. See if Bryson Oliver can stay in lockstep with 2 here. Would expect them to try to chunk one deep, see if they can make a play. They're going to run to the top side. Trojans do a great job stringing that out. 33, Vaughn makes another tackle there. Going to be a pickup of about 1. It's going to bring up 4th, and I'd call it 18 here for the Towers Titans.
The play failed to gain its 4th down.
Big 4th down here. Looks like they're going to attempt a field goal. Not sure what kind of leg this kicker has. Kicked a really big line drive kick on the kickoff. So we'll see here. The Trojans can get their hands up. Somebody's got to go out with that receiver. Oh, he comes back. And that's going to back them up 5 with a delay of game there. And that's going to make that kick even that much more difficult there. So Titans a little undisciplined here. Have already had to burn 2 timeouts in the first quarter, then take a delay of game there. Kicker's now going to be standing at the 39-yard line to attempt a 49-yard field goal. Very few high school kickers in the single A class are going to make a kick like this. We'll see. Trojan should try to jump here. He's going to have to kick this low to have a chance, potentially to get a block here. And we got another problem. Too many men on the field.
No, it's 10 on there. They only got 10.
A false start there. We're going to back them up 5 yards. If I'm the Titans coach, probably going to run this kicker off now. Does he have the kind of leg required here for this field goal attempt? He's now standing at the 44, attempting a 54-yard field goal. Only kicker I've seen make one like that is a young man from Heritage who's committed to Texas. I'm not sure you're going to see that here from this guy. Kick is up, and it is blocked. And the Trojans are going to dive on it at the 40-yard line. And guess who gets the block? The menace, number 6, Garrett Ross. So just to recap, Garrett Ross made an incredible tackle on that fumble return that saved a touchdown. And then he's able to block that field goal. And the ball now sits at the 40 for the Trojans with 5:35 left to go here in the first quarter. Trojans going to come out with trips at the bottom of your screen, single receiver at the top, and number 9, Gross, in the backfield just to the left of our star quarterback, Dustin Day. Here's a snap. It's going to be a handoff to Gross up the middle. He's got a ton of running room, and he's got a ton of speed. Folks, he's going to make it all the way to the 41-yard line, so already across midfield, and that's another Beth Price, Keller Williams. First down for your Gordon Lee Trojans.
Ball is placed on the Titans 41-yard line. First down 10, Gordon Lee.
Trojans come out, Twins top and bottom. Gross remains in the backfield here. Let me another handoff to Gross. He's going to get hit early, but he's still going to fight his way. Pickup of about 2 yards there. Ball now sits on the 39-yard line of the Titans. 2nd and 8. Looks like Vaughn's going to come in. Also see Price coming in at that sniffer position. So Twins at the bottom of your screen, single receiver at the top. And Vaughn up the middle, but the tackle's made there after a 3-yard pickup. Football now sits at the 35-yard line. And it's going to be 3rd and 5 for the Trojans there.
4 yards on the play. It's 3rd down and 5.
But Twins at the bottom, single receiver at the top. And the Trojans are able to get the Titans to jump off sides there. A little bit of encroachment. And that'll be a first down for your Trojans without even having to run a play. Nice job.
Penalty is placed on the 30-yard line. First down 10, Gordon Lee.
The Trojans run that one up the middle. It's going to pick up of about 2 there. So the Titans doing a little bit better job slowing down the Trojans' run game here. That'll bring up 2nd and 8 for the Trojans. Trojans continue to be in a bit of a hurry up here. It's going to be a pass to number 6, Ross. He's going to, ball's fumbled, and it's going to be recovered. 2nd turnover for the Trojans. Football now sits at the 32-yard line for the Titans. So 2nd turnover by the Trojans as they're moving the football down the field. It's a nice hit there. Ross caught that ball, started to stumble a little bit. Think he lost possession of the ball a little bit and then took the hit and just could not hold on. So the Trojans defense again is going to have to make a stand. Yeah, it looks like Towers is going to try to play the Trojans with only 10 men on the field. Probably not a wise decision. 11th man's on his way now. Play clock's down to 10 seconds. Potentially, the Titans are going to have to burn another timeout here if they don't get moving. And they do burn their 3rd and final timeout of the half here with 4 minutes left to go in the first quarter. And so we'll take a quick commercial break.
The Trojan Club raises money to support all athletics at Gordon Lee High School. 100% of all proceeds benefit our student athletes, and we'd like to say thank you.
Thanks for the turf and the video board.
We love our renovated dugouts and video board.
Thank you for covering all drug testing and our athletic fees.
We appreciate the drones and the Titan GPS trackers.
We appreciate you covering our state travel fees and equipment upgrades.
Thank you for our custom whiteboard and our upgraded lockers.
We love our awesome new court and video board.
Thanks for paying our entry fees to our tournaments and everything you do for our athletes.
If you want to be a part of this greatness, scan this Venmo code and donate to the Trojan Club today.
All right, Trojan Network, we are back. Titans just burned their 3rd timeout here of the first half, but they're still in this game, 0-0. Trojans have turned the football over twice after basically running it directly down the field on the Titans. They call a timeout. Now they're still confused about the formation, which is confusing me, to be honest with you. Ball snap, going to be another quarterback run, going to be a bit of a counter, going to be a nice tackle there by number 8, Oliver. A loss of 1 there, so another tackle for loss for the Trojans. A little bit of a scuffle after that tackle. Back's knee touched, and he tried to hop up and continue to run. Vaughn was not having that. Not sure why the Towers coach is on the field, but now we've got another penalty. Completely. It's going to be a sideline warning here, so there's going to be no penalty with that first sideline warning. The next one will be a 15-yard penalty, but the coach was up all the way out on the field at about the numbers, trying to tell his players what to do here. It's going to bring up 2nd and 11. This has been a very sloppy first quarter here. Trojans need to turn up the heat and put this game away early. Going to be a quarterback run to the top side. Tackle's going to be made by number 9, Gross, for a pickup of about 2 yards. So that'll bring up 3rd and 9 with 3 minutes and 16 seconds left to go here in the first quarter.
3 yards on the play. It's 2nd down and 8. Correction, 3rd down and 8.
Band's jamming tonight, AJ. Word on the street is they've got a little Veterans Day performance planned for halftime. They're still looking at the sidelines. They have one play I've seen so far, quarterback dive. He's going to drop back and pass this time, but pressure's on. It's going to be a deep ball thrown, though, and it's going to be caught. See if the tackle can be made by Oliver. He misses it. Number 1, he gets tackled at the 1-yard line by Gross, but that's a big catch and run by Towers. Quarterback showed a heck of an arm there, and the receiver just made a play. Trojans missed multiple tackles on that, and Towers is now threatening to take a lead on the Trojans. Believe that'd be the first time the Trojans haven't had the lead in about 8 weeks, AJ, if they're able to punch this in. So let's see what the Trojans can do to put a stop to this and at least force a field goal attempt. Titans continue to run players on and off the field as if they don't know what's going on here. Going to be a quarterback run right up the middle. Tackle's going to be made. Looks like the ball was fumbled. But they're going to say he's down for no gain there at about the half-yard line. And so that'll bring up 2nd and goal for the Titans. Defensive line of the Trojans here is going to need to go low, create a pile, and let those linebackers clean this up. Be another run up the middle, and he's going to trot right in for a touchdown for Towers. And then if I'm not mistaken, Towers pointed a gun here at the Trojans fans. Officials let that slide, which is odd. Little finger gun action there. But Towers takes a 6-0 lead over the Trojans. And the Trojan fans here are a little bit shell-shocked. It's probably been one of the sloppiest first quarters I've seen in a long time, AJ. Trojans are going to need to clean this up. We've got another penalty here. Flag's already laying on the ground. But the kick is up, and it's good. But I would expect, let's see what we do here. The flag hit the ground. So the kick is good. Looks like it's going to be another sideline warning, if I'm not mistaken, which will be a 15-yard penalty on the kickoff. Towers coaches continue to stand all over the numbers on the field. Kirby Smart spends a lot of time on the field as well. If you watch a little SEC football, he also claps in the timeout motion, which I appreciate. Kiffin does do it better. Facts. I know y'all can't hear AJ, but he's full of jokes tonight. So the Trojans are now down 7-0. For the first time in at least 8 weeks. I'd have to go back and look. Don't have a statistician on the payroll yet. They don't pay me, so it's hard for me to pay a statistician, but we should get one of those. So with 1:42 left to go here in the first quarter, Trojans down 7-0. Let's see if this angers the Trojans and we can get something moving. Towers is struggling even to get enough men on the field for kickoff. I believe they may have too many now, AJ. Count that up for me. They do have 11. They started with only 9. The last kickoff for the Titans was a low liner. One hopper to Gross, right up the middle. See what they do here. This one's going to be a big high kick. Going to be fielded by Gross at the 5. He's going to bring it to the top side. I'll be honest with you, he's got an alley. We'll see what he does here. He runs it all the way almost to midfield. He's going to be pushed out of bounds at the 49-yard line. Kicker had to make the tackle there. Gross was taking that one to the house. So nice run there by Gross. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Trojans at their own 49. So 1st and 10 for your Trojans here. Vaughn in the backfield. Twins at the top. And the tight end Ross at the bottom. Waiting on the officials to set play for ready here. Trojans need to get back to this smash mouth football. But it looks like we've got offsides. They're clapping and pointing the wrong direction. You can stop all that clapping and pointing, Towers. You just were offsides. And we're now across midfield, and it is 1st and 5. Trojans don't even have to run a play there to cross midfield. Twins at the top again. Tight end at the bottom. Going to be a handoff to Vaughn. He does take a pretty good hit there. He's going to pick up about 3, and that'll bring up 2nd and 2 for the Trojans. Football now sits at the 43-yard line of the Titans.
Gain of 2 yards on the play. It's 2nd down and 3.
Trojans are going to come out. Twins at the top with the tight end at the top as well. Ball's going to be handed to Vaughn up the middle. He's going to find some running room. He's going to break a couple tackles. And that's going to be another Beth Price, Keller Williams. 1st down for your Gordon Lee Trojans. Football now sits at the 35-yard line of Towers with 54.4 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Vaughn's going to come out for a break. Gross is going to come in. Looks like we're going to have Twins at the bottom of your screen with a tight end at the top and bottom. Trojans are going to roll out here for a pass. Throw's going to be high and just a bit outside there. Day was rolling to his left, tried to square his shoulders up, just released that football a little high. McAllister was unable to get up high enough to make that catch, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10 with 30.7 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Looks like the Trojans are going to take out number 45, Sean Harms Benefold, who was playing tight end, run in Oliver, and we're going to have Twins at the top of your screen, single receiver at the bottom. Going to be motion, handoff to number 9, Gross right up the middle. He makes a couple men miss, and there'll be a pickup of about 12 yards for another Beth Price, Keller Williams. 1st down for your Gordon Lee Trojans.
On the 23-yard line. 1st down 10, Gordon Lee.
Clock stops to move the chains with 22 seconds left. See if the Trojans try to run a play here. Looks like they will try to get one off. Vaughn's back in the backfield. Twins at the top. Single receiver at the bottom. We're going to hand this ball off to number 8. Oliver, he makes a spin move, but he is retreating way too much there. And he's going to get tackled for a 3-yard loss there to end the first. Nope, with 4 seconds left here. Sounded like the buzzer went off, but then the clock reset to 4.3 seconds. So that'll bring up 2nd 13 there. Oliver's shown some great shiftiness throughout the season. Sometimes, though, you just got to take what's available. He took a spin move there, retreated, and then was unable to beat the defense to the outside. Vaughn back in the backfield. Going to be a quick pass to number 1, Norton. Good blocking, and Norton is going to take this one to the house for a Jordan Dupree United Real Estate Experts touchdown for your Gordon Lee Trojans. So the Trojans are going to end this first quarter tied 7-7 if Grimes can make this extra point. Heck of a throw and catch there. Really easy throw and catch. Who was that blocked by, AJ? Number 11, McAllister, laid a nice block. Norton turned on the Jets, and the Titans were unable to make a play there. So if Grimes can make this extra point, we will end this first quarter tied 7-7. Here's the snap. Kick is up. Kick is good, but I believe they're going to call offsides, and the Trojans are going to have to kick this again or potentially go for 2 at half the distance. Oh, sounds like I gave credit to the wrong person. Garrison was the one who made that block at the bottom of your screen. So apologize to Noah for that. Looks like the Trojans are going to decline that penalty and just kick it from where it is. Oh, are we going to move it up? Probably not. Probably leave it where it is. So the kick was up and good, but the whistle was blown before the kick because the guy who was offsides had an unimpeded angle to the kicker. They make that call to keep folks safe. So Grimes will have to kick this one through again. Here's the snap. Kick is up, and kick is good. So at the end of the first quarter, your Gordon Lee Trojans are now tied 7-7. We'll flip ends of the field, take a quick timeout for a commercial break, and we will be back.
I bought my very first home here 22 years ago.
Since then, this town has become more than a place. It's my community, my passion, and my purpose.
I've helped families grow, empty nesters downsize, and dreamers take their first big step. Whether you're buying or selling, remember me. Let's write your next chapter together.
All right, Trojan faithful, we are back to start this second quarter. Trojans are going to kick off after a nice throw and catch from Day to Norton. Great block there by Garrison to spring Norton for a touchdown to tie the game right as time expired there at the end of the first quarter. So this will be the first kickoff for Grimes of the day. Typically, he's already got a masseuse massaging his leg from kicking off 3 or 4 times in the first quarter. So he should be rested and fresh here for this kickoff. See if the Trojans try to send a signal to Towers here on this kickoff. They typically try to go blow somebody up. Going to be a pop-up kick. Not sure what the call is. They're going to call false start on the Trojans. Looked very well timed to me. Not sure what they saw there. I didn't see it. Looked like the Trojans were perfectly timed there to me, AJ. But quite honestly, Towers caught that football and would have had pretty good field position. So it's actually a benefit for the Trojans there. So it looks like we're probably going to try to kick this one deep and allow these Trojan kickoff team guys to go deliver some pain. Here the Trojans go. This ball is going to get kicked deep. It's going to bounce at the 10. It's going to be bobbled. Football sitting at about the 5-yard line, and they're going to be tackled at the 1-yard line. Looked like that tackle was made by, I saw number 15, Connor Jenkins, made that tackle. Always making plays. And so that football will sit at the 1 yard line, and the Trojans defense can pin their ears back and see if they can put some pressure on this Towers offense and create a safety here. That was a great kick there by Grimes. Not sure if that was planned, but he placed that perfectly at the bottom of your screen on the 10 yard line, right where the numbers are, and there was no returner there. Towers, once again, really confused about getting offensive players. So now we got trips at the top of your screen. AJ, look at the size of that inside receiver. Do they have a tackle playing inside receiver? Oh, no. He breaks free here, juking all over the place. Tackle's ultimately made by number 8, Oliver, but he gets that football all the way out to the 15 yard line for a first down. Several missed tackles there. Not a flag, though. Looks like a pink glove. That inside receiver, AJ, at the top of your screen, love to see a big man playing receiver. Going to be another quarterback run up the middle, but it's going to be a false start, which is a good thing because that quarterback was on the move there. So we'll back the Titans up to the 10 yard line, and that'll bring up 1st and 15.
Penalty places the ball at the 10 yard line, first down 15.
Glad I wore the old Trojan Network hoodie tonight. It's getting a little chilly up here. Ricky didn't bring our propane heater. He said it's in the car. We get it at halftime. So the Trojans have changed up the defensive look here. They've got 3 down linemen, 3 linebackers with 3 Price playing that middle linebacker slot. Looks like we're going to have a blitz from the top of your screen from 33, Vaughn. It's going to be a run to the outside. Tackle's going to be made after a gain of about 2 there. So that'll bring up 2nd and call it 9 for Towers. It's a 6 yard gain there. I said 2. Forgot they were backed up by that initial penalty there. So bring up 2nd and 9 for the Titans. Trojans are back to that 4 down front. 3 receivers at the top, 1 at the bottom. Going to be a throw to the big man here, but once again, Towers cannot get set before they snap the football, and we'll back them up 5 yards. I know our state champion cheerleaders aren't going to be back till 10:30. At this pace, this game might not be over till 12:30. We'll be able to celebrate with all of them when they get here. All these penalties have got this game moving at a snail's pace. Once again, Trojans come with a 4-man defensive front. Vaughn at the middle linebacker spot. Nope, he's going to go outside linebacker. Mitchum's going to go middle. Gross is going to blitz. Going to be a throw here to the outside. Nice tackle there by number 1, Norton. And AJ, that is another tackle for loss there. That was about a 4-yard loss there. So that's going to bring up 3rd. And let's call it, I'm not great at math, AJ, 17? From the 8-yard line, 7-yard line?
It's 3rd down for the Titans.
So big opportunity for the Trojans. Quarterback has shown the ability to throw the ball deep, so the Trojans need to be focused and ready here. Single receiver top and bottom. And now the big man's playing in the slot position. Let's see if the Trojans can go put pressure on this quarterback. It's going to be a high throw, incomplete, and that'll bring up 4th and 17 for the Titans.
It's 4th down for the Titans.
So 4th down for the Titans here. 10 minutes and 8 seconds left to go here in the half. They do look like they're going to run on the punt team. Titans have no timeouts remaining. They burned all of them in the first quarter. So they need to get out here. Play clock's already down to 17. I hear the student section singing Christmas carols down there. Clock's down to 5. Towers doesn't even know it. They're not going to get this off.
There's no way they got that.
They let them get that off. Going to be a decent kick, and it's going to roll all the way to the 43-yard line where the Trojans will take over 1st and 10. Titans did not get that off before the play clock expired, but the officials were unable to blow their whistle before the kick was made. And so your Trojans will take over 1st and 10 from the 43. Looks like number 60, Conrad Leichman, coming in the game. So looks like we're going with the heavy set here. I see Ross. I see Sean Harms-Benefold. I see number 60, Conrad Leichman. It looks like number 9, Gross, is going to be in the backfield. Single receiver is Norton at the bottom of your screen. Towers still struggling to get their players in the game. Gross is going to take this one right up the middle. He's going to pick up 5 yards, and there's going to be a late flag there for face mask. So we'll add 15 to that. The Trojans will work across midfield, and that'll be another Beth Price, Keller Williams first down for your Gordon Lee Trojans. Tower seems to run players on and off the field every single play, which gets a little bit confusing. The Trojans are ready to go here. Single receiver at the bottom. Handoff to Gross up the middle once again. He's only going to pick up about 2 there before he's hit. There's a lot of excitement from Towers. A lot of finger guns being shot every time they make a tackle here. Like to see the Trojans put some points on the boards here. Potentially turn those finger guns into water pistols. It's going to be a handoff to number 33, Vaughn, up the middle. Shifty there. Does a little bit of movement. Not sure what that was. Don't see. Did you see 58 for the Trojans with a little pancake block there? Poor little Mrs. Buttersworth on the top of that pancake block. So 3rd and 5 here. And we're going to have, once again, Towers is going to jump off sides and give the Trojans another Beth Price, Keller Williams, first down. This may be the most penalized team I've ever seen in my life. Slowing the game down, taking Trojans out of their rhythm. Looks like the Trojans are going to come out with twins, top and bottom, and Vaughn in the backfield here to the right of Day. It's going to be a quick pass to number 11, McAllister. Great block there by number 8, Oliver. And a big pickup of about, 22 yards for number 5, Noah Garrison. Great block there by number 8, Oliver, as well. So Trojans get another Beth Price, Keller Williams first down there with 8:54 left to go. And the Trojans are now inside the red zone. Football sitting at the 17-yard line here of the Towers Titans. Vaughn in the backfield. Handoff to Vaughn up the middle. He's got running room. Gets tripped up after a gain of 9 yards there. He's inside the 10-yard line. The Trojans just have to hold on to the football here and pound it into the end zone. 2 hands on the rock here, fellas. Vaughn comes out. Gross comes in. Got a little stacked twins look at the bottom of your screen. And the Trojans once again get the Titans to jump off sides, and that'll be another Beth Price, Keller Williams first down for your Gordon Lee Trojans. PA system in the stadium here playing some pretty good music tonight. Band's been jamming out. Student section singing Christmas carols. Stacked twins again. Gross in the backfield. Handoff to Gross up the middle, and he will walk into the end zone untouched for a Jordan Dupree United Real Estate Experts touchdown for your Gordon Lee Trojans to make the score 13-7 with with 8:01 left to go here in the first half. And Grimes will step up for this point after attempt to make it 14-0 for your Trojans. Trojans made that one look easy as they trotted down the field after a couple penalties by the Titans. That's the Trojan offense we've been looking for all night. Quite honestly, we should be up 28-0 right now without those 2 turnovers. See if the Trojans can settle these nerves and continue to pour it on here. It's going to be offsides on Grimes there. He stepped forward before the ball was snapped. Nope, off on them. Did you see Grimes, though? He stepped forward before the ball was snapped, too, so they potentially could have called it on both of us there. Trojans are going to need to be patient here. I'm sure Coach Gross will talk a lot about discipline in the locker room at halftime, but hopefully the Trojans can get a couple more touchdowns before we get to halftime. Once again, Towers is offsides.
Offside against the Titans.
This is going to be, Trojans have decided they're going to go for it. They're tired of this. So Trojans are running their offense back on the field here. They're going to take the penalty and see if we can smash it in for 2 here. Looks like we're going to have Vaughn in the backfield, Twins at the bottom of your screen, Norton the single receiver at the top. Going to be a handoff to Vaughn up the middle, and he fell. Looks like they're going to say he did not get that, and so that'll leave the score 13-7. Don't love that fall. Vaughn did trip, but it looked like he fell into the end zone, but the spot was terrible there. Gross is having that conversation with the officials. No replay, though. So that'll keep the score 13-7 for your Gordon Lee Trojans with 7:57 left to go here in the first half. Clock should not have run there, AJ. There was 8:03 left. They ran the clock on that extra point, which is not how it's supposed to work. But nothing worked how it was supposed to there. And so your Trojans will line up to kick off up 13-7.
$1,200.
Looks like the week off potentially made the Trojans a little bit rusty, but they're slowly kicking that rust off. And I would expect to see some improved play here over the next 2.5 quarters.
Kicking off the Trojans, number 26, Ira Grimes.
If you look at the huddle film there, Vaughn was definitely in for that extra point. But nothing we can do about it now. Let's just go play some defense. Send a message. Going to be another kick. Unfortunately, it's going to go out of bounds. And the Titans will take over at the 35-yard line. Once again, pace of play and just small mistakes here and there have made this first half extremely sloppy. Really want to see the Trojans tighten it up here. Hold the Titans to no yards. Let's get this football back and get to work offensively. Once again, the Titans running multiple players on the field. I believe they have 15 men on the field. Now 2 are running off. Now they have 11. So they actually had, 13 on the field there. Not sure why it's so complicated, but it is. Going to be a run up the middle. Ball's going to be fumbled, but it's going to be picked up by a big man Gain of 4 yards there after the fumble. Trojans almost had that. Lineman for the Titans there. Ball hit him in the feet. He was able to go get it here. Trips at the top of your screen. Once again, got the big man playing in that slot position. Clock continues to run down to 9 seconds. Titans are struggling. Going to be a quick pass attempt there. And that's going to be a first down for the Titans. Quarterback dropped back. Ross put pressure on him, jumped after the quarterback pump fake. Quarterback pump faked a second time as Ross jumped again. Then the quarterback leaked out the backside. The Trojans were unable to make the tackle before he picked up 5 yards and a first down. So the football now sits at the 45-yard line of the Titans. Again, nothing about that play looked good, but the result was a first down for the Titans. Look at the big man, AJ. He's moved out even further. He's on the hash at the top of your screen. See what they have in mind here. Game clock or play clock's down to 3 seconds. They do get the snap off. Going to be a pass. Another delay of game. I think they did get it off there, but we'll back them up 5 yards. Football move all the way back to the 40. And that'll bring up 1st and 15 for the Titans. I'm going to need somebody to start counting these penalties. Is anybody tracking these penalties? How many we got so far? Trojans are going to run a couple defenders off. And again, 1st and 15 for the Titans. Trips at the top of your screen, single receiver at the bottom. Going to be a pass here to the outside. Going to go deep. And that's going to be an easy pass interference there. Again, the Trojans continue to be extremely sloppy. There's also a penalty flag here, though. They have an ineligible man downfield. So these penalties will cancel each other out, and it'll be 1st and 15. So the Trojans are going to get away with that pass interference because of the ineligible man downfield. And we'll replay 1st down. Trojans got real lucky there. So offsetting penalties as expected, and that'll bring up 1st and 15. If you look across the way, Coach for Towers is losing his mind, jumping all over the place. He didn't love that call. But unfortunately, one of his linemen was trotting downfield as that ball was passed. I'm going to be honest with you, AJ. The only good thing I've seen about this game so far is we're providing 0 game film for our next opponent if we can pull this game out. This is the slowest game we have played in quite some time. Ricky, you got enough battery to get us through the night at this pace? He says yes. Trips at the top of your screen, single receiver at the bottom. Going to be another passing situation. That's going to be holding at the bottom of your screen. Price was on the move, was going to go put some pressure on that quarterback, but you're going to have holding here. We're going to back them up 10 more yards, and that'll bring up 1st and 25. So nice move by Price there at the bottom. Force that tackle to grab him, and we'll back him up 5. Nothing like a good 1st and 25 to get the juices flowing here, AJ. I keep forgetting AJ doesn't have a mic to talk back to me, folks. I apologize. They didn't even move it back yet. What are we doing? It's either second down or you got to move it back 10 yards, folks. This is not as complicated as it looks. Oh, here it goes. Now they're moving them back. That was real confusing there for a second. They were about to let them snap that ball without moving the football back. The officials are even confused at the pace of this game and the number of penalties. So the ball now sits at the 30, first and 25 for the Titans. Great opportunity for Price and Ross to pin their ears back here again, try to go get this quarterback. Once again, our big man, number 11 for the Titans, is on the hash at the top of your screen. Going to be another pass. Ball's fumbled. Quarterback's able to recover it, but he loses another 4 yards to make it 2nd and 29. Trojans are going to have to remain extremely disciplined for the remainder of this game. The sloppy play from Towers can really get into your head as a player. Another pass opportunity. Going to be a screen pass, but number 9, Oliver, number 17, Mitchum. Going to be another tackle for another 4-yard loss. AJ, count this up for me. How far is this third down? I'm really struggling here. It's about 32, 33, right? So 3rd and 33 here. Wasn't a bad play call. The Titans called a screen pass there. Price put heavy pressure on the quarterback faster than the quarterback expected. He had to get rid of it. And then Oliver was there with that receiver before the blocking could get out there. And now the play clock's down to 10 seconds. They don't even have a quarterback on the field. Over, under. They're about to get another penalty here. Going to be a quick throw to the outside. Block in the back there. But the Trojans are going to make the tackle after a pickup of, let's call it, 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th and forever for the Titans. Clearly was a block in the back there that was not called. But the Titans are going to have to punt this football with 4:25 left to go here in the half. My spotter's saying they still only have 10 on the field. Clock continues to run. Do we have a punt team or not? Just let the punt team know it's time to go. Trojans are going to try to block this one, I think. Bad snap over the top. Kick still gets off. Oh my goodness, Oliver picked it up. I can't believe it. And he's going to make a move to the outside. He's going to take it all the way to the 20-yard line. Trojans were lucky there. That kick bounced all over the place. Oliver was able to pick it up, return it to the 20, and the Trojans have 1st and 10 here inside the red zone of the Titans with 3:47 left to go here in the first half. We're up here with some of the coaches, and all you could hear them saying was, no, 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 then go, go, go. Everybody was a little scared there, but nice play by Oliver. And it's 1st and 10 for the Trojans at the 19-yard line of the Titans. Trojans need to snap the ball here. Hand off to number 33, Vaughn. He's rumbling, bumbling, stumbling. Got his second hand on that football. And that's going to be a first down for your Gordon Lee Trojans, brought to you by Beth Price at Keller Williams Realty. The football now is inside the 10-yard line with 3:27 left to go here in the first half. Clock continues to run. They had to stop it there, though. Trojans looking to take a 2-score lead here with Vaughn in the backfield, single receiver top and bottom. It's going to be a handoff to Vaughn up the middle, and he's going to walk right into the end zone for a touchdown for your Gordon Lee Trojans, brought to you by Jordan Dupree, United Real Estate Experts, and that'll make the score 19-7 for your Gordon Lee Trojans over the Towers Titans. Looks like the Trojans are not going to go for 2 here, though, AJ. They're just going to kick this to make it 20-7. Let's see if the Titans can remain on sides here for this kick point after attempt. Grimes set for this point after. Kick is up, and kick is good, making the score 20-7 for your Gordon Lee Trojans. As sloppy as this game's been so far, folks, Trojans lead by 2 scores with 3:12 left to go here in the first half. Trojans try to get a big, quick stop here, put another score on the board. They do have to kick off after half. Reminder for everybody to stick around. Trojan Marching Band, I believe, is performing a Veterans Day performance here at halftime. So Grimes is going to get set ready to kick off again. He had a big kickoff to the 10-yard line where the Trojans were able to make the tackle at the 1 2 kickoffs ago. The last one was kicked out of bounds. Grimes is going to try to kick this one. Bouncing around here. It's going to bounce sitting at the 30, but the ball's going to end up going out of bounds, but it was touched by a Titan. So I don't believe there's going to be a flag. The Titans will take over 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line there. That ball was loose and bouncing around. Trojans had an opportunity to get it, but it was just a little too hot for the Trojans to get out there and recover that ball before it went out of bounds. Little jump around playing in the stadium loudspeaker. Oh, here we go, AJ. We're getting a live look at the big man playing the slot receiver down here at the bottom of your screen. I want to see him throw this man the football. Titans have thrown the football pretty consistently here the past couple of possessions. Think they figured out the run game. It's going to be difficult to move the ball down the field. They are going to run this one up the middle. Tackle's going to be made by a host of Trojans. See number 3, Price, number 33, Vaughn, number 4, Braxton Daniel. Who's at the bottom of that pile? 45, Sean Harms-Minifold. Basically the entire Trojan defensive line and a couple linebackers in on that tackle. So the game clock is down to 2 minutes, 45 seconds, and it's 2nd and 9 for the Titans here. Twins at the bottom of your screen. Oh, trips coming down now. Single receiver at the top. Titans are in no hurry here. Trojans are going to blitz. Tackle's going to be made quick and easy with a power suplex there by number 6, Garrett Ross. I think we talked about this a couple weeks ago. Who had the best suplex in the game, AJ? Brock Lesnar it is. I like it. So the menace, Garrett Ross, with a little suplex city there per AJ. And it's now 3rd and 9 with 1:58 left to go here in the first half. Trojans get a stop here, potentially call a timeout. and have about a minute and a half. It's going to be a straight drop back from the quarterback. He's going to take off up the middle. A lot of juking and jiving, but big tackle made there by number 33, Vaughn, and then cleaned up by number 4, Braxton Daniel. The quarterback popped up real excited, but it looks like the Trojans have now called a timeout and will take a quick timeout as well.
Looking for an affordable, convenient way to jumpstart your career? At Georgia Northwestern Technical College, we make education work for you. With hands-on training, many tuition-free programs through the Hope Career Grant, plus a 99% job placement rate means you'll be ready to fill in-demand jobs. Don't wait. Get the skills you need for the job you want. Visit gntc.edu today and start building your future.
I'll tell you what, folks. My good buddy Steve Waller, typically in bed by 9 p.m. It's already, 8:40? We're not even done with the first half. We're going to have to speed this up. Or my man's not even going to get to watch the full first half. Twins at the bottom of your screen, single receiver at the top. Trojans are going to bring some pressure here. See if they can get this quarterback down. It's going to be a quarterback run. Trojans run by him, but the tackle is made, and that's going to be a turnover on downs, and your Trojans are going to take over 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line with a minute 30 left. Not sure who made that tackle.
First down 10.
The Trojans offense coming out on the field. Offensive line's done a good job again tonight creating holes. Again, Trojans would probably have at least 2 more scores already if it wasn't for those early turnovers. Let's see if we can put something on the board here with 1:29 left to go in the half. Looks like we're going to have Twins at the top and bottom. Gross to the left of Day in the backfield. Middle of the field's wide open here. Gross fumbles that football, and it's another fumble for the Trojans. And the Titans are going to take over at about the 27-yard line. So the third turnover for the Trojans tonight. It was a big hit there. Trojans are going to have to keep 2 hands on the football before they break through that second line of defense. Towers has put some big hits on the Trojans tonight. Knocked several balls out of our backs' hands. And again, 3 turnovers for the Trojans. Very uncharacteristic. Our next opponent, if the Trojans win this game, is likely to be Elbert County. Last year, the Trojans played them in the first round at home and lost in a close game. We got 4 receivers at the top of your screen. Let's see if the Trojans go try to get this. Nope. We got offsides on the Trojans. Looks like 6 Ross may have been just a little too far upfield there before the snap. But anyways, Elbert County beat the Trojans in a close first-round game last year, but tackling was one of the things I really noticed and was impressed by when watching Elbert County last year. So the Trojans definitely going to have to continue to work to hold on to this football. We've got a tight trips at the top of your screen with a big man at the top as well. It's going to be a run, and he's going to be out the gate. But Mitchum, don't push him out there. We don't want to give him 15. So big gainer there for the QB. Football crosses midfield. Really a smart play design there by the Towers coaching staff. Had quads at the top of your screen. Trojans need to get lined up here. They're too busy. They're talking too much. Let's go. Quads at the top of your screen. Single receiver at the bottom. No back in the backfield. Going to be a straight drop back. Multiple holds going on here. Ball's going to get thrown to the big man on the outside. He's going to get pushed out of bounds by number 1, Norton. Looked like number 11, McAllister, but it's going to be a pickup of about 8 yards there. Quarterback bought some time. Towers moving the football here, trying to make it a one-score game. They do get the ball here at halftime. Looks like that big man's now in the backfield. They're going to hand him the ball here, AJ? They don't. No timeouts remaining here. So really passing situation. Going to be a run up the middle. Tackle's going to be missed. We're going to have a couple big gains there. It looks like we're going to ultimately make the tackle with number 45. I believe Sean Harms Manifold, but it's going to be another first down for Towers with 51 seconds remaining here in the second half. Once the chains get set, the clock will be moving again. Trips at the top of your screen, single receiver at the bottom, single back in the backfield. Clock is now running down to 40 seconds. Going to be a straight quarterback run up the middle. Tackle's going to be made. Big tackle there. I believe that's number 6, Ross. Once again, Trojans are smart. They kind of lay heavy on that back. Let him take a few seconds to get up. Towers has no timeouts, and for whatever reason, they think running the football is a good idea. Clock's down to 18 seconds. Trips at the top of your screen. Single receiver at the bottom. Definitely a pass down here. Trojans got to go get them here. Going to be a throw over the middle. Tackle's going to have to be made here. And it is going to be a first down at the 11-yard line with 4.5 seconds remaining. But the Titans are going to have to spike this once the clock is wound. They wind the clock. Titans aren't going to be able to get a play off here. And that'll be the end of the first half with your Gordon Lee Trojans leading 20-7. Again, one of the sloppiest first halves I have seen in a long time. With that offsides, are they going to be allowed to run another play, though? They are going to be allowed to run another play, so Trojans are going to need to make a stand here. Gross is going to call timeout. He's going to want to have a chat with the white hat. The penalty was not on the Trojans. The penalty was on Towers. They should not have an opportunity to run a play here. Looks like the official has a headset. He's talking with somebody up here to ensure that this rule is executed properly. The white hat is talking to somebody. I don't know what this official could possibly be saying that allows Towers to basically have a penalty which allows them to run a final play for the half. Makes no sense. Does look like the Trojans are going to be asked to play defense here. Football sits at the 16-yard line. And Towers is going to go for it here. What are the Trojans going to do here? They're talking, are they? So Towers is going to, I have no idea how Towers is able or allowed to even attempt this field goal. There was no, and now there's 6 seconds left on the game clock. Makes no sense. The official wound the clock once the chains were set. Towers was not going to get the play off in time, so they snapped the ball while off sides. So this is going to be about a 33-yard field goal attempt, a lot closer than the 54-yarder that was attempted earlier. Trojans are going to need to try to get up here and get a block. If this rule was interpreted properly, there is a flaw in the rule book that needs to be addressed by the GHSA. Trojans go up, but that kick is up, and it is good. And that'll make the score 20-10 to end this first half. Really don't understand how they were allowed to kick that field goal. But that'll make the score 20-10, and the Titans will have the football to start the second half. Trojan band will be doing a little bit of a performance here at halftime, so we'll allow you to watch that, and we will be back right before the second half.
With Veterans Day this past Tuesday, the Marching Trojan Band would like to celebrate and honor our active duty military and veterans. Tonight we will be performing a medley of our armed services anthems. If you have or are currently serving, we ask that you stand for your branch's service song. With Veterans Day this past Tuesday, the Marching Trojan Band would like to celebrate and honor our active duty military and veterans. Tonight we will be performing a medley of our armed services anthems. If you have or are currently serving, we ask that you stand for your branch's service song to be recognized. Navy! give one last round of applause to our military. The Gordon Lee Marching Trojan Band appreciates and is thankful for your service to our great country. Now everyone stand up and cheer us on our playoff football team with the fight song.
It's all Navy, baby, and we stand with them. At Jet Energy, we fuel progress, when and where you need it. Reliable, on time, every time. Because community isn't just where we work, it's who we are.
At Ace Hardware of Lookout, we're making it easier than ever to upgrade your home with Cali flooring. They've got beautiful styles, durable quality, and perfect for any room in your house. And the best part, it's a fast turnaround, so you don't have to wait weeks to start your project. Plus, we offer free delivery on anything that you buy from us. And it doesn't stop there, because we're all about paint. We've got a full line of Benjamin Moore paint. We've got countertop options that have samples in quartz and granite. And we've got cabinets for your kitchen, your laundry, and your bathroom. You can literally sit down and put all this together in one place. And we've got a spot waiting for you. So come see us today at Ace Hardware of Lookout. You know we're always ready to help.
We love our Gordon Lee Trojans. Come shop with them.
I started helping people buy homes in 2017, and for 8 years, I have been showing up when they need me. I believe relationships drive success. It's about being available when it matters most. My mission? Keep it easy. Buying your first home should feel clear, not complicated. Let's go step by step together. You'll move into your next chapter feeling confident and ready. Whether you're buying, selling, or refinancing, let's take the mortgage journey together.
On the field, it's not just sweat you're losing. You're losing minerals, vitamins, and focus. Let's be real. Water really does suck until you put something in it. Real flavor, no fake junk, electrolytes that fuel performance. Champions hydrate smarter. Water sucks. Fuel that matters.
When you want to keep up with the Gordon Lee Trojans, you listen to Brent, Jay, Ricky, and all the guys here But when you want a home mortgage, you should call Payne Mortgage Team, where we are reinventing the mortgage experience. We'll take care of you, we'll even have some fun, and you'll get a brand new house.
I'm Jimmy Sprayberry, class of '79. I grew up here in Chickamauga. Krista and I raised our children here. You know, I learned a whole lot about life on this field, and ever since 1988, I've been helping folks with their insurance needs. When I turned 60, I too became bombarded with phone calls and junk mail about Medicare insurance. And that's why I want to offer you a free Medicare review.
It's an honor to serve the community that I live in and help it to thrive. Here at Summit Physical Therapy, we focus on getting you back doing the things that you love to do. With years of trusted experience, we're bringing expert healthcare closer to home. It's hometown healing with care that's personal, local, and built around you. Coming soon to our North Georgia communities.
The Trojan Club raises money to support all athletics at Gordon Lee High School. 100% of all proceeds benefit our student athletes, and we like to say thank you.
Thanks for the turf and the video board.
We love our renovated dugouts and video board.
Thank you for covering all drug testing and our athletic fees.
We appreciate the drones and the Titan GPS trackers.
We appreciate you covering our state travel fees and equipment upgrades.
Thank you for our custom whiteboard and our upgraded lockers.
We love our awesome new court and video board.
Thanks for paying our entry fees to our tournaments and everything you do for our athletes.
If you want to be a part of this greatness, scan this Venmo code and donate to the Trojan Club today.
I bought my very first home here 22 years ago. Since then, this town has become more than a place. It's my community, my passion, and my purpose. I've helped families grow, empty nesters downsize, and dreamers take their first big step. Whether you're buying or selling, remember me. Let's write your next chapter together.
Looking for an affordable, convenient way to jumpstart your career? At Georgia Northwestern Technical College, we make education work for you. With hands-on training, many tuition-free programs through the Hope Career Grant, plus a 99% job placement rate means you'll be ready to fill in-demand jobs. Don't wait. Get the skills you need for the job you want. Visit gntc.edu today and start building your future.
It's all Navy, baby, and we stand with them. At Jet Energy, we fuel progress, when and where you need it. Reliable, on time, every time. Because community isn't just where we work, it's who we are.
When you want to keep up with the Gordon Lee Trojans, you listen to Brent, Jay, Ricky, and all the guys here. But when you want a home mortgage, you should call Payne Mortgage Team, where we are reinventing the mortgage experience. We'll take care of you, we'll even have some fun, and you'll get a brand new house.
At Ace Hardware of Lookout, we're making it easier than ever to upgrade your home with Cali flooring. They've got beautiful styles, durable quality, and perfect for any room in your house. And the best part, it's a fast turnaround, so you don't have to wait weeks to start your project. Plus, we offer free delivery on anything that you buy from us. And it doesn't stop there, because we're all about paint. We've got a full line of Benjamin Moore paint. We've got countertop options that have samples in quartz and granite. And we've got cabinets for your kitchen, your laundry, and your bathroom. You can literally sit down and put all this together in one place. And we've got a spot waiting for you. So come see us today at Ace Hardware of Lookout. You know we're always ready to help.
shop with them.
I started helping people buy homes in 2017, and for 8 years, I've been showing up when they need me. I believe relationships drive success. It's about being available when it matters most. My mission? Keep it easy. Buying your first home should feel clear, not complicated. Let's go step by step together. You'll move into your next chapter feeling confident and ready. Whether you're buying, selling, or refinancing, let's take the mortgage journey together.
On the field, it's not just sweat you're losing. You're losing minerals, vitamins, and focus. Let's be real. Water really does suck until you put something in it. Real flavor, no fake junk, electrolytes that fuel performance. Champions hydrate smarter. Water sucks. Fuel that matters.
that ticket number? Is he the winner? There he is. Your 50-50 raffle winner.
All right, Trojan fans, we are back for the second half between your Gordon Lee Trojans and the Tower Titans. Recap of the first half, Trojans moved the football down the field immediately on the Titans, but unfortunately fumbled the football, and it was returned for about 60 yards before Garrett Ross made a tackle. Trojans were able to block a field goal there. Trojans again were headed downfield, saw a second fumble, and the Titans were able to score on that next possession, making it 7-0 and being the first time the Trojans had been down this entire season. Sorry, getting some text here about asking what the score of the game is since we're not broadcasting live. But again, Titans took a 7-0 lead. Trojans were able to tie it up on a pass from Data Norton right before the end of the first quarter. Then Trojans looked like they were going to run away with it. Scored a couple times to make it 20-7, but the Titans were able to kick a field goal at the end of the second half. Not sure the Titans should have even been allowed to make that field goal attempt, to be quite honest. They were about to get a delay of game, snapped the football. They were about to get a delay of game right as the half expired, snapped the football, and were offsides, backed them up 10 yards, and then they were allowed to kick a field goal. Should have been a runoff there, and the Trojans should have went into halftime up 20-7. But as it stands now, it's 20-10. Your Trojans leading. But they do have to kick off to the Titans here, so the Titans have a chance to make it a one-score game.
They had more penalty yards than they did offensive.
Word on the street is they did have more penalty yards in the first half than they had offensive yards. I'm trying to look to see if the stats got sent to me. Usually my man Gene Wilson sends me the stats right there at halftime. However, they are using a new iPad, and I do not have the new stats. So don't have the new stats yet. Try to get those here in a minute. But the Trojans are going to line up to kick this football off to the Titans. Did hear there was quite a heated conversation in the locker room at halftime. Trojan coaches just reminding these players to stay composed no matter what the opposing team does, no matter how many offsides they have. Trojans have got to stay poised and hold on to the football. Without the 3 turnovers, Trojans would probably be leading about 35-0 now. But as it stands, only up 10 to start the second half. So Grimes set and ready. He's looking at Coach Gross. I would expect this football to be kicked right at the 10-yard line at the bottom of your screen, right here on the Big Ten, like Grimes did early in the first quarter. So here comes the kick. He does angle it that way. It's going to be caught right at the 10. Trojans are coming downfield. A lot of juking and jiving going on. Looks like Price is going to make this tackle at about the 14-yard line. So nice job there by 3 Price. Had a little bit of help by number 15, Connor Jenkins there as well. So nice special teams play to start the second half for your Trojans. And the Titans are going to have to move the football a long way here. Titans spent most of the second half trying to throw the football. Didn't have a whole lot of luck, but did have some luck with some quarterback scrambles. So the Titans are going to line up with quads at the bottom of your screen, the big man at the very bottom of your screen here, one receiver at the top, no back in the backfield. Play clock's down to 14 seconds. Here's a snap. It's going to be a straight drop back. Pressure's on. Ball's going to get thrown deep. This ball is almost intercepted by number 4, Braxton Daniels. He will get credit for a pass defended there. Almost had an interception right at the 35-yard line, so that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Quarterback had a ton of pressure on him there from Ross. He stepped up, tried to make a play. Daniels almost got a turnover there on the first play of the second half here. Student section's chanting, "Let's go Trojans," trying to keep this Trojan team focused. Quads again at the bottom of your screen, single receiver at the top, no back in the backfield. Play clock's down to 4, 2, 1. They're not going to get the play off. The officials have got to make that call. Not only that, but there was excessive holding at the top of the screen against number 3, Price. That ball was not snapped till about 2 seconds after the play clock expired. One of these 6 officials has to be paying attention to the play clock here. So that'll bring up 3rd and 5. But again, extremely sloppy play from the Titans, and the officials letting them get away with it. Quads at the bottom of your screen again, single receiver at the top. 3rd and about 6 here. Play clock's down to 7 seconds. They're still staring at each other. Ball's going to get snapped.
That's a hold!
Definitely a hold, and that's going to be intercepted by number 9, Gross. He's taking it up the sideline. The hold is called, but that pick's going to take the ball all the way down to the 15-yard line, and that should be 1st and 10 for your Gordon Lee Trojans inside the red zone. Trojans will decline that holding penalty. That's the 3rd or 4th time I've seen Price get held on the blitz there. It was called. Nice pick there by number 9, Gross. And that turnover is brought to you by our good friends at Summit Physical Therapy. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Trojans. 11:25 left inside the Titan red zone at the 15-yard line. Vaughn in the backfield, Twins at the top, single receiver at the bottom. Got a motion. Vaughn's going to get this handoff right up the middle. He's rumbling, stumbling, bumbling. He gets all the way down to the 2-yard line. And that's another Beth Price, Keller Williams, 1st down for your Gordon Lee Trojans. Going to be critical that the Trojans hold on to the football.
1st and goal from the 2.
So Trojans trying to punch one in here to start the second half. Game clock's at 11 minutes. Vaughn in the backfield. Going to be a handoff to Vaughn. He's going to just walk into the outside for a touchdown for your Gordon Lee Trojans. Brought to you by Jordan Dupree, United Real Estate Experts. And that'll make the score 26-10 for your Trojans. Trojans looked like they cleaned a lot up there in that possession. Backs with 2 hands on the football and moved the ball quickly down the field. All started by that interception by number 9, Gross. Grimes set to kick the extra point here to make it 27-10. And once again, Towers is offsides by about 1.5 miles, and we're just wasting time at this point. This is unbelievable, man.
Offside against the Titans.
These are not the Titans from Remember the Titans. They were very disciplined. If you remember, Coach Boone wasn't messing around. you run a mile if you drop the football. Kick is up. And that was a low liner spinning sideways, kind of like a helicopter, but it looks like Grimes got hit a little bit there after the kick. So that'll be a 15-yard penalty. Trojans are about to kick off. From the Titan side of the field here, AJ, I bet you $1 he doesn't kick it through the uprights. Be a great opportunity for an onside kick here. So you're calling, we're going to 26. AJ Edmondson says we're going to try to kick it to 26 here at the bottom of the screen. I'm not sure where this official thinks he's going. He's going to walk to the X on the field at the 40, step it off 15. Trojans are going to be kicking from the 45 of the Titans. And I would expect an onside kick too, AJ. You're right. Although I'd love to see Grimes boot one through the uprights. Yeah, just give it a little tap-tap-a-roo like Happy Gilmore there. Old Chubbs would tell you to give it to tap-tap-a-roo right up the middle.
Kickoff board lead number 26.
Yes, I would kick it right at the middle.
Let's see if they do it. We're going to kick this one up the middle, coaches. Let Price recover it. We should. It's wide open. Look at it. Look at it. Oh, they got scared there. Let Vaughn recover this one then. He does try to kick it through the uprights, and it's going to end on the R there for a touchback. And the Titans will take over 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Nice boot there by Grimes. Little touchback. After that halftime speech, Trojans seemed laser focused. See what the defense can do here. If we can get this football back quickly, continue to increase the score here. Titans lining up in a little bit more traditional look here. Going to have trips at the bottom of your screen, single receiver at the top. Trojans going with a 3-3 look here. Little motion, could be a jet sweep. It is going to be a jet sweep, and he's going to get laid out by number 33, Vaughn, for another tackle for loss. Loss of a yard there. That'll bring up 2nd and 11. Earlier, I was trying to talk about Northwest Georgia football is naming small school player of the year, small school coach of the year, and our own Lane Vaughn won the fan vote portion, which is 1/3 of the total vote for player of the year, and Coach Gross won the fan vote portion for coach of the year. We're waiting to see how that ultimately turns out. We'll try to keep you posted. We're really proud of Trojan Nation for voting. It's going to be a run to the outside. Nice tackle there by number 11, McAllister, and then cleaned up by the entire Trojan defense. Heck of a play there by McAllister, and that's another tackle for loss. I think next year, looks like we got a player down for the Titans. So we'll have a timeout. We'll take a quick timeout.
When you want to keep up with the Gordon Lee Trojans, you listen to Brent, Jay, Ricky, and all the guys here. But when you want a home mortgage, you should call Payne Mortgage Team, where we are reinventing the mortgage experience. We'll take care of you, we'll even have some fun, and you'll get a brand new house.
I'm Jimmy Sprayberry, class of '79. I grew up here in Chickamauga. Krista and I raised our children here. You know, I learned a whole lot about life on this field, and ever since 1988, I've been helping folks with their insurance needs.
When I turned 60, I too became bombarded with phone calls and junk mail about Medicare insurance. And that's why I want to offer you a free Medicare review.
It's an honor to serve the community that I live in and help it to thrive. Here at Summit Physical Therapy, we focus on getting you back doing the things that you love to do. With years of trusted experience, we're bringing expert healthcare closer to home. It's hometown healing with care that's personal, local, and built around you. Coming soon to our North Georgia communities.
The Trojan Club raises money to support all athletics at Gordon Lee High School. 100% of all proceeds benefit our student athletes, and we like to say thank you.
Thanks for the turf and the video board.
We love our renovated dugouts and video board.
Thank you for covering all drug testing and our athletic fees.
We appreciate the drones and the Titan GPS trackers.
We appreciate you covering our state travel fees and equipment upgrades.
Thank you for our custom whiteboard and our upgraded lockers.
We love our awesome new court and video board.
Thanks for paying our entry fees to our tournaments and everything you do for our athletes.
If you want to be a part of this greatness, scan this Venmo code and donate to the Trojan Club today.
I bought my very first home here 22 years ago. Since then, this town has become more than a place. It's my community, my passion, and my purpose. I've helped families grow, empty nesters downsize, and dreamers take their first big step. Whether you're buying or selling, remember me. Let's write your next chapter together.
Looking for an affordable, convenient way to jumpstart your career? At Georgia Northwestern Technical College, we make education work for you. With hands-on training, many tuition-free programs through the Hope Career Grant, plus a 99% job placement rate means you'll be ready to fill in-demand jobs. Don't wait. Get the skills you need for the job you want. Visit gntc.edu today and start building your future.
It's all Navy, baby, and we stand with them. At Jet Energy, we fuel progress, when and where you need it. Reliable, on time, every time. Because community isn't just where we work, it's who we are.
At Ace Hardware of Lookout, we're making it easier than ever to upgrade your home with Cali flooring. They've got beautiful styles, durable quality, and perfect for any room in your house. And the best part, it's a fast turnaround, so you don't have to wait weeks to start your project. Plus, we offer free delivery on anything that you buy from us. And it doesn't stop there, because we're all about paint. We've got a full line of Benjamin Moore paint. We've got countertop options that have samples in quartz and granite. And we've got cabinets for your kitchen, your laundry, and your bathroom. You can literally sit down and put all this together in one place. And we've got a spot waiting for you. So come see us today at Ace Hardware of Lookout. You know we're always ready to help.
We love our Gordon Lee Trojans.
Come shop with them.
started helping people buy homes in 2017, and for 8 years, I have been showing up when they need me. I believe relationships drive success. It's about being available when it matters most. My mission? Keep it easy. Buying your first home should feel clear, not complicated. Let's go step by step together. You'll move into your next chapter feeling confident and ready. Whether you're buying, selling, or refinancing, let's take the mortgage journey together.
On the field, it's not just sweat you're losing. You're losing minerals, vitamins, and focus. Let's be real. Water really does suck until you put something in it. Real flavor, no fake junk, electrolytes that fuel performance. Champions hydrate smarter. Water sucks. Fuel that matters.
When you want to keep up with the Gordon Lee Trojans, you listen to Brent, Jay, Ricky, and all the guys here. But when you want a home mortgage, you should call Payne Mortgage Team, where we are reinventing the mortgage experience. We'll take care of you, we'll even have some fun, and you'll get a brand new house.
Welcome back to the Trojan Network.
All right, Trojan faithful, we are back. Sorry about that delay. We are going to take a 3-minute warm-up for the players after that probably 15-minute delay. One of the players for the Titans sustained an injury. Don't want to speculate about what that was, but it looked like a lower body injury. And so had to wait for the stretcher, an ambulance to arrive, and get that player off the field. So the Trojans will warm up here for 3 minutes, and then we'll resume play in the third quarter with 9:47 left, with your Gordon Lee Trojans up 27-10. Again, Trojans have come out in this second half, looked a lot more disciplined, and have done a much better job. Hopefully we can continue that here and put this game away and get ready for round number 2, which will also be here in lovely downtown Chickamauga, Georgia, next Friday night. I believe the game time will be 7:30. I'm going to go on Max Preps and see if I can get a look at what the score is of our potential opponent's game. May take just a minute for me to get there, but we'll get it figured out. So looking at the Elbert County game, their game 2 minutes remaining, they're winning 24-7. So looks like next week opponent will be Elbert County if the Trojans can finish this one off. Last season, we played Elbert County in the first round here at home in a close matchup, but we're unable to get that win. So it'll be a great opportunity for the Trojans to take some revenge next week, but they've got to get through this game first. Ambulance is still sitting down here on the track. Big concern would be if the parents of that player isn't here. There's legitimately less than 25 people in the stands on the Towers side. Hope this young man's not alone here, but Trojan Nation will definitely take care of him if he is. It looks like we're about ready to get this game back underway. And the Titans are going to have a third and about, 13 there, AJ? When we resume play here. AJ said 3rd and 13 is what he has. That's what I got. And if that's what he's got, I trust him. So the Trojans are going to line up here, try to make another big stop. Why are they taking players off the field? I believe they want to get this ambulance off the track in order to resume this game. So we've got a little bit more delay here. Looks like they're going to allow this ambulance to turn around on the field. What are the student section singing? A little T-Swizzle? I like it. You know, I didn't even know who she was till she started dating Travis Kelce and started clout chasing. I'm just kidding, everybody. I know that's not true. Just kidding. Just kidding. Oh, man. I'm going to get some hate mail for that one, AJ, from the T-Swizzle fans. I'm telling you, not that any team did anything wrong here, but this injury has made, once again, this second half of football a little slow. The penalties in the first half really drug it out. Talked to a couple of the students in the student section at halftime. Let them know that I was displeased that we didn't have any shirtless people down there. Usually we got shirtless students. Is there one? Maybe there is one. I'm looking. Oh, wow, there is a shirtless student in this freezing weather. Give that man a gold star. It's cold. I'm just not understanding why this ambulance can't back up 15 feet and let us start this game. Hey, get the camera down here. Look at it. You got to keep the camera on number 85. He was down there doing a little chicken dance. A little Ethan Howard chicken dance. He's down there dancing. We'll use that next week for our promo video. Is that a Ghostbuster down there, AJ? What's that on the... Is that an air horn? Looks like a Ghostbuster backpack. Where's Slimer at? So at this point, I think we're simply waiting on this ambulance to be able to turn around and get off the track. But I believe they were making sure that that player was secured inside the ambulance first. We're waiting on next steps here. See if we can get this game rolling. We're going to need another 3-minute warm-up period after this. A lot of dancing going on down there. Is that Maddox Beeson putting on some moves? I'm sure his mom Rachel will be so proud if we can get that on video. To be honest with you, something like this could really throw your team off. At this point, we're sitting on what, probably a 25, 30-minute delay? Trojans had just really got things rolling. Uh-oh, we got some music going in the... Somebody's got a turtle box down there jamming out. The loudspeakers in the stadium playing a little Sweet Caroline. Sweet Caroline, ba, ba, ba. Sorry about the singing voice, folks, but I love this song. Still waiting for this ambulance to vacate the premises so we can get this game going, but prayers go out to the Towers player. It looks like the driver is now getting in the ambulance. Hopefully it's not as serious as it looked. Fortunately, it looked like lower body. The player was able to move, so I don't think we're in anything too significant. But the officials have now blown the whistle, and we will get this game back underway here. Again, 9:47 left to go in the third quarter. Trojans lead 27-7. Again, Elbert County has secured the victory against their opponent, and if the Trojans can win this game, they'll take on Elbert County next week in the second round of the GHSA State Football Playoffs. Sean ran off the field. Benefol ran off the field, but now he's back on the field. So here we go. Now we're ready to play. 3rd and 13 here for the Titans. Big opportunity for the Trojans to get a stop. Here's a snap. Big quarterback in. He's going to run through several tackles, but really not gain any yards. And that'll bring up 4th and 13. They moved in the big man to quarterback, let him run a little wildcat. He tried to get to the outside, but there was nothing there. So the Titans bring in the punt team. Looks like 4 Daniels is coming off the field,
It's 4th down and 13.
potentially with a shoulder issue. So we'll give that a look here. They're taking a look. Looks like he potentially got a stinger there. Trainer doesn't seem too concerned. Here's a snap. Going to be a big punt over the head of number 1, Norton. Fortunately, it takes a little bit of a 9-iron kick backwards, and the Trojans are going to take over at the 39-yard line. 1st and 10 with 8 minutes and 40 seconds left to go here in the third quarter.
1st down 10, Gordon Lee from their own 44-yard line.
Last Trojan possession, if I remember correctly, was a touchdown via Vaughn up the middle here. We're going to go twins at the top of your screen, single receiver at the bottom. Think the Trojans try to strike fast here, or are they going to hand the ball to Gross? All right, see if we can jump them off sides here. And we do. Like clockwork, encroachment on Towers. And that'll take the football all the way to the 49-yard line. 1st and 5 for the Trojans. I'm going to be honest with you. While I love the fact that our offensive line is that disciplined, I've seen enough penalties. Let's play some football. Gross in the backfield here. Handoff to him, working to the outside. He's got a running lane. He's going to take this one up the sideline all the way to the house. 51-yard touchdown for number 9, Peyton Gross. Brought to you by Jordan Dupree, United Real Estate Experts, and your Gordon Lee Trojans take a big lead here with 8:31 left to go in the third quarter. Trojans now lead 33-10, pending the extra point. McAllister with a heck of a block down at the bottom of your screen. Was really the last block Gross needed, and he was gone. 51-yard touchdown for Gross. And the Trojans are now pouring it on with 8:31 left to go in the game. What do y'all think the chances that Towers jumps off sides here? I think it's pretty good. They do not jump off sides. Kick is up. Kick is good. And your Trojans now lead 34-10 with 8:31 left to go in the third quarter. With this much time left on the clock, Trojans could get to 60 if they continue at this pace. Trojan fans seem to have gotten cold. Still a lot of people in the stands, but it has cooled off. AJ, what's your weather app telling you? What's the temperature right now? You think 51? No way. It feels like 40-something. AJ's saying 51, folks. I don't believe it. Let's see if he's right. It's 42. Come on, AJ. You were way off. Samsonite. A little Dumb and Dumber reference for you folks. You youngins won't know what that's about, but your parents will. All right, Grimes set to kick off. Last one he booted into the end zone. This one he kicks directly to the 35-yard line, and tackle is going to be slightly missed there by number 3, Price, but cleaned up by 33, Vaughn. And so the football comes out to the 38-yard line, 1st and 10 for Towers. I called it the 38. What you think? Is that the 37 or 38, AJ? Look where that guy's standing. That's definitely the 38. All right, single receiver at the bottom of your screen. Heavy set at the top. And the big man running the ball up the middle. Trojans are going to gang tackle him. That spot was extremely generous all the way to the 41, so pick up a 3. Nice tackle there by Ross and Vaughn, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Looks like the big man's going to come out of the quarterback position, go to the tackle position. The true utility player, number 11 for the Titans. Single receiver at the bottom, heavy set at the top. This is back to what they ran there in the first quarter. Trojans looking to blitz here, and he's going to get hit early and often by 33 and 20 for a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up 3rd and 8 for the Titans as the clock ticks down to 7.5 minutes here in the third quarter.
1 yard on the play. It's 3rd down and 8.
Looks like we're running in the throw-in quarterback, number 3. Going to be that same set here, heavy at the top, single receiver at the bottom. Going to be an outside run by number 3. He's going to reverse field, but he's going to get tackled by number 9, Gross, for another tackle for loss. Loss of 2 yards there. It's going to bring up, should be 4th and 14 here, right? At this point, though, the Titans are going to have to go for it. You're right. Sorry, 4th and 12. Looks like the Titans are going to run in the punt team, though. And by run in, I mean they're going to walk in the punt team. They don't have but about 8 people on the field here. Still not enough players on the field. Count them up, AJ. Is that enough? That's 11. Going to be a big punt here. 1 hopper. Looks like Norton's going to let this one roll, and this one's going to take a heck of a roll all the way down to the 11-yard line. So the Trojans are going to need to go 89 yards to score here. The Trojans will take over 1st and 10 from their 11 with 6:14 left to go here in the third quarter.
Ball is spotted on the 11-yard line. 1st down 10, Gordon lead.
Looks like Vaughn will be in the backfield. Twins at the bottom of your screen. Single receiver at the top. He's going to hand this one to Vaughn. He's going to be running a sweep to the outside. Going to cut it upfield. Pickup of about 3 yards there. Bring up 2nd and 7. Football now at the 14-yard line of the Trojans. Looks like there was a little bit of a scuffle down here at the bottom of your screen. Officials are talking to 2 of the Trojans. Trojans still have that Twins look at the bottom of your screen. Single receiver at the top. Again, 2nd and 7 with Vaughn in the backfield. Going to be a handoff to Vaughn up the middle. Plenty of run room. He's going to take the football all the way to the 21-yard line for another Beth Price, Keller Williams. 1st down. Vaughn's going to come out. Gross is going to come in.
On the 21-yard line. 1st down 10, Gordon lead.
The Trojans are going to continue to let this clock run. We're down to about 5 minutes and 5 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Twins at the bottom, single receiver at the top. Handoff to Gross. He gets hit early, though, and then dove on late. Some excitement there from a Towers player, but it's going to be a loss of a yard there for the Trojans. That'll bring up 2nd and 11.
1 yard on the play. It's 2nd down and 11.
Same set here. Trojans almost get Towers to jump off sides for about the 6th time in the game, but they're able to hold themselves back. I'll be a quick pass out here to number 1, Norton. He's going to pick up call it 6 yards, and that'll bring up 3rd and 5 for the Trojans. Just a quick little hitch route there. Norton tried to break a tackle, but was grabbed by the leg and was held up. Trojans try to get the Titans to jump off sides again. The game clock continues to run. Trojans are trying to avoid having to punt at all this game, but need 5 yards here. Be a handoff. Nope, it's going to be a quick pass to number 6, Ross, and he's got running room. He's going to take it up the sidelines all the way out to the 48-yard line for another Beth Price Keller Williams first down. And the menace on defense, Garrett Ross, I believe that's his 3rd catch of the game already. Nice throw and catch, big run. And then Ross delivered a little punishment there at the end of that run to the Towers player. The game clock's now down to 3 minutes, 32 seconds. Vaughn back in the backfield. Handoff to Vaughn on a bit of a sweep to the outside. He's got plenty of room to run. Unfortunately, missed a little bit of a tackle there. So pick up of 5 yards. Ball's across midfield. Now sits at the 47-yard line of the Titans. 2nd down and 5 for the Trojans. Trojans are going to have twins at the bottom of your screen with Vaughn in the backfield. Heavy set also at the bottom here. Day keeps that one. A little bit of a read. He's going to lose 4 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and 9. Trojans now have the football at their own 49-yard line. So 3rd and 9 for the Trojans here. Going to need a big pickup. Gross comes in. Vaughn goes out. See what the Trojans decide to do here. Game clock's now under 2.5 minutes here in the 3rd quarter. It's going to be a deep ball over the top to number 6, Ross, and that'll be a touchdown for your Gordon Lee Trojans, brought to you by Jordan Dupree, United Real Estate Experts. Incredible throw there. Day again, putting some air under it, allowing Ross to make a little bit of that Willie Mays style catch over the shoulder and trot into the end zone to make the score 40-10 for your Gordon Lee Trojans, pending this extra point. The Trojans are now pouring it on. Talked about it the last couple weeks, but Day has really developed some touch on that deep ball. Sees when his guys are wide open, puts some air under it, lets them just run under it. Again, a younger Day with that strong arm may have overthrown that receiver, but not this season. Once again, Towers jumps off sides for what I believe is the 25th penalty they've had today. The officials don't even ask Coach Gross if he wants to move it up. We're just going to kick it from the same spot again. You got to give the Titans credit, though. They're not giving up. They're still trying to block everything. Kick is up, and the kick is good. So that'll make the score 41-10 for your Trojans with 2:11 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. The Trojans are going to set up, get ready for kickoff here. Band still jamming out. Word on the street is our state champion cheerleaders are only about 15 minutes away. They potentially could be here for the entire 4th quarter based on the current pace. And I've heard they're wanting to get in here and cheer a little bit for the Trojan football team. It's been a heck of a day for our competition cheerleading team. I do see a Griswold jersey down in the student section. Gotta love that. Trojans line up to kick this one off. Yeah, there's nobody deep right now. Does Grimes try to kick it deep? Oh, here comes their deep man. Nope, now their deep man's, I don't know what's going on. Just boot it, Grimes, boot it. Here we go. He does kick a high one that's going to end up out of bounds, unfortunately, and the football end up at the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Titans. There was nobody deep, though. Potentially could have booted that one to about the 10, let it bounce around a little bit. Titans have not been able to do much offensively here in the second half. Trojans have put them on lockdown. Love to see the Trojans stop them, put one more score on the board here, and allow some of these young guys to get some playoff experience in the fourth quarter.
Ball is spotted on the 35-yard line. First down 10 Titans.
Once again, Titans are going to take over 1st and 10 on the 35-yard line. Heavy set at the top of your screen. Nope, they're moving the heavy set to the bottom of your screen. Single receiver to the bottom as well. Very similar to what they ran in the entire first half here. Here's a run to the outside. Ross is going to grab him, and then 33 Vaughn's going to finish him off. And that's going to be another tackle for loss of about 2 yards. That'll bring up 2nd and 12 for the Titans as the clock ticks down under 2 minutes to 1 minute, 53 seconds. Looks like the Titans are going to come back with that same set, but they're putting in number 3 at quarterback, who's traditionally been that throwing quarterback. Let's see what they do here. Going to be a run to the top side of the screen here. McAllister cuts him off, and then who else but 17, Mitchum with the tackle for loss. Another big loss, that one of about 5 yards there. It's going to bring up 3rd and 18 for the Titans. They're just heading the wrong direction here. Game clock's about to tick under 1 minute here in the third quarter.
It's 3rd down for the Titans.
I wouldn't complain if they had a running clock in the fourth quarter, but I know the cheerleaders are trying to get back. Had a big travel day yesterday, won a state championship today, found out about their win about 5:30 p.m. today, and have been racing back ever since to try to get to this football game. And now, for the 30th penalty of the game, the Titans jump off sides. And that's going to take the football all the way back inside the 25-yard line. Sorry, our scoreboard won't show you further than 20 yards to go, but they're sitting, if we do the math real quick, AJ, that's going to be 23 yards for a first down. So 3rd and about 23 here. Titans sure are taking a long time to run a play here. Going to be a run to the top side of your screen. Oh, no. Almost. Oh, no. That's going to cost the Trojans. Vaughn had pushed him out of bounds. Norton was trying to hold up, but laid him out. Would have been 4th and about 8 there, but that's going to be an automatic first down for the Titans with 17 and a half seconds left to go here in the third quarter. That quarterback got absolutely demolished on the sideline, but unfortunately he was already out of bounds and the whistle had already blown. So they're going to step this off for a 15-yard penalty and a first down for the Titans. That's going to put the football all the way at midfield, if I'm not mistaken. Nope. Looks like it's going to put it on the 45-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Titans. They should be able to get one more play off here before the end of the quarter. Then we'll flip ends of the field and try to finish this one off before 11 p.m. It's already 10:05, though. We'll see. Single receiver at the bottom. Heavy also at the bottom here. Going to be a straight run. Gets tripped up multiple times. There's going to be another tackle for loss for number 33, Lane Vaughn. It's going to be a loss of 3. And the clock's going to run all the way down. And that'll be the end of the third quarter. We'll flip ends of the field, and we'll come back after this commercial break.
At Ace Hardware of Lookout, we're making it easier than ever to upgrade your home with Cali flooring. They've got beautiful styles, durable quality, and perfect for any room in your house. And the best part, it's a fast turnaround, so you don't have to wait weeks to start your project. Plus, we offer free delivery on anything that you buy from us. And it doesn't stop there, because we're all about paint. We've got a full line of Benjamin Moore paint. We've got countertop options that have samples in quartz and granite. And we've got cabinets for your kitchen, your laundry, and your bathroom. You can literally sit down and put all this together in one place. And we've got a spot waiting for you. So come see us today at Ace Hardware of Lookout. You know we're always ready to help.
Sorry, folks. Thought we were going to go to commercial break because it was the end of the third quarter. But unfortunately, it was not the end of the third quarter. The Titans got a 15-yard personal foul penalty. And so now it's the end of the third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter.
And we'll take you to, nope, we're not taking you to a commercial break. My technical expert, Ricky, says no. So we'll just pause and let you hear the stadium crowd in action. All right, Trojan fans, we are back for the start of the fourth quarter here.
Correction, second and 27.
Towers, we've got a 2nd and 27 here to start the fourth quarter. Multiple times in this game, they've had more than 20 yards to go for first down based on all the penalties. What was that? What was the score? Worth. All right, folks, we just got word that Worth County, the number 3 seed in the playoffs, also won. That would be the Trojans' third opponent if they could win the second game, but that's another tackle for loss. Looks like 17 Mitchum involved there, 5 Noah Garrison. So that brings up 3rd and 29. Hey, if we get a tackle for loss here, we could have our first 30-yard to go. Be a huge play here. Nice. Sounds like the number 2 seed got beat tonight. So that's good. Heavy set at the bottom of your screen. Going to be a run directly up the middle. Number 5, Garrison's going to make the tackle after pretty good pickup there. But then the runner spiked the football. We got another pretty badly hurt player on the field there. We'll see. He looks like he's going to be able to get up. But that's going to be a personal foul after the play was over. So they're going to lose back up 15 more yards. They're going to wave that off. Quarterback spiked the ball after he got up. Penalty flag was thrown, and then they waved it. So it's 4th and 18 here. I believe that was a mercy flag wave off there, if I'm not mistaken. 10 minutes, 45 seconds left to go here in the football game. Heavy set at the bottom of your screen. The Titans are in zero hurry, down 41-10. It's going to be another run directly up the middle. Quarterback's going to get hit multiple times by multiple Trojans. And your Trojans will take over 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line. But it looks like we're sending in the youngsters here, folks. Got to get my roster out to make sure I get these names right. But the young Trojan offense is going to come on the field here and get some playoff experience. And it looks like the clock is now running. So it looks like we're going to have, I see Honor Smith at quarterback. I see 31, James Schaefer at receiver at the top of your screen. Number 10, Carson Clark at the bottom. Looks like Willingham's going to be your running back. But the Titans called timeout here with 9:33 left to go in the ball game. They just announced over the stadium loudspeaker the cheerleaders are only about 10 minutes away, but with a running clock, they still might not make it in time. It's going to be a race, AJ, to see if our state champion cheerleaders can get in the stadium in time to get a big welcome home from this home crowd before the end of this football game. But your Trojans look like they're going to get first-round playoff victory and face Elbert County next week.
First down, 10 for lead.
So the young Trojan offense now takes over. Again, Honor Smith at quarterback. He's going to hand the ball to number 16, Calder Willingham. He gets hit low, makes it back to the line of scrimmage, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10 for the Trojans. Willingham's going to come out, number 20, Curry in the game at running back. From a lineman standpoint, let's see who we got out there. Number 54, Will Chambers is still out there. 75, Kazai. It's going to be a bad snap here. Smith's going to pick it up, and he's got running room. He's going to pick up 12 there for another Beth Price, Keller Williams. First down for your Gordon Lee Trojans. So it looks like 60 Leichman's in, 65 Garrett Fi's in, 62 Parker Ray, 58 Eli Hasty. And then we got number 32, one of my favorite players, Maddox Beeson. Jasper Beeson at the top of your screen in the slot. Good snap. It's going to be a keeper. Don't think that was supposed to be a keeper, but nice job there by Honor Smith to try to fight his way back. It's going to be a loss of 3, going to bring up 2nd and 13. That was not supposed to be a keeper, but the snap was a little high. Back got past Honor before he could get the ball down, and so Honor had to tuck it and run. But the clock continues to run. We're now down to 7 minutes, 50 seconds left to go. Twins at the top of your screen, single receiver at the bottom. Willingham now in the backfield. It's going to be a handoff to Willingham on a sweep to the top of the or bottom of the screen. He's got plenty of running room. Does take a big hit. But that's a pickup of about 9. Going to bring up 3rd and 4 from the 22-yard line, as this young Trojan offense continues to move the ball down the field. Trojans are in no hurry here, allowing as much clock as possible to run off, but still getting these young players valuable playoff experience here. Twins at the top, single receiver at the bottom. Going to be another handoff, same play as last time. Willingham's able to work his way all the way to the 21-yard line, so we'll pick up of 1. That'll bring up 4th and 3 for your Gordon Lee Trojans. Looks like Willingham's going to come out, and number 20, Curry, going to come in. We continue to watch to see if the cheerleaders will make it back. We'll see if we can get a first down. Trojans are able to get Towers to jump off sides, but the official keeps the flag in his pocket. And so the Trojans will reset. Couple mercy calls here at the end of the game. Game clock's down to 6 minutes, 10 seconds. Going to be a handoff to Curry right up the middle. He's not going to be able to pick up the first down. So that'll be a turnover on downs by the Trojans. Football will sit at the 20-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Titans. But the game clock's down below 5 minutes at 5 minutes, 48 seconds left to go here in the game with the running clock. Cheerleaders are going to have to hurry. So the young Trojan defense is out there. Is that number 14 Dakota Curry out there as well? Tell you what, the few times I've seen him play that linebacker role, he's got a nose for the football. Much like Maddox Beeson. I see number 15 Connor Jenkins in the safety position. Honor Smith playing defensive end, the top of your screen. That's Eli Peak playing defensive end at the bottom of your screen here. See what this young Trojan defense can do. Going to be motion. Going to be a reverse here. Trojans are prepared for it. Great play there by number 20, Curry. And then a host of Trojans make the tackle. Another big tackle for loss there of about 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd and 13. So nice job there by Dylan Curry on that tackle, staying at home on that reverse and being prepared. Also have number 42, Corbin Hudson, in that middle linebacker position. I believe 66, Murtaugh's playing defensive tackle. Going to be a run here. Peak does a nice job making contact, and then the tackle's finished off by number 20, Curry, for another big loss there of about 5 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 19, AJ? And so now Towers calls timeout with 3:44 left in the game. Not sure why they'd want to stop the clock here, but they do. Should have brought some hand warmers with me. I have some. Yaya hooked us up with some electric ones, but I left them at the house thinking it was going to be a little warmer than this. I was incorrect. It is not warm at all. This young Trojan defense looking to put up a goose egg in their time here in the 4th quarter. I do hear the police escort bringing the Trojan state champion cheerleaders. They're about to pull in. Looks like there's some fans lined up for those Trojan cheerleaders. Hopefully they'll pull in here pretty quickly. But 3rd and a long 18 for the Titans. Play clock's down to 10 seconds. Titans are about to pick up a penalty right here if they don't snap the football. They allowed it to completely. There's going to be a deep pass, bit of a duck there, incomplete, and that'll bring up 4th and 19 for the Titans. The clock continues to run down to under 3.5 minutes. We can hear the police escort for the cheerleaders off in the distance, but haven't seen them pull in yet. Coaches are already headed down to the locker room as the clock is now down to 2:50. Quick pass to the outside. Trojans are going to eat this up. A couple tackles are broken, but the Trojans will take over 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line with 2 minutes, 35 seconds left to go in the game. The clock continues to run. Your Trojans are going to lock in this victory. And move to the 2nd round next Friday against Elbert County. Was not the kind of game we were hoping to see early, but the Trojans were able to lock in, get a 31-point victory unless they can score here. Honor Smith again at quarterback. Handoff up the middle, but contact is made early. Looks like no gain there for the Trojans.
Number 16, Calder Willing now carries. Tackle made by Sam Bird.
So just looking at some of the playoff games, Worth County is the highest seed on our side of the bracket. They're the number 3 seed. They won 68-0 tonight over a 3-8 McNair. The police escort has now arrived for your Trojan cheerleaders. Honor Smith's going to take a knee. Going to be a minute left here in the game. And the fans are going crazy as the Trojan cheerleaders show up. Would expect the Trojans to run one more play just as these Trojan cheerleaders come off the bus to celebrate with the fans their state championship. And your Gordon Lee Trojan football team is going to celebrate a 1st-round win in the GHSA state football playoffs. Cheerleaders are running as fast as they can to get to the field to celebrate with 34 seconds left. They're on a dead sprint, AJ. Honor Smith takes the final knee of the game, and your Gordon Lee Trojans are going to win 41-10. And here's your state champion cheerleaders running through. They're going to celebrate with the Trojan football team and their 1st-round win. Heck of a night here in Chickamauga for the Trojans. We hope everybody enjoyed tonight's game. We know the broadcast was delayed, but hopefully everybody can watch it on Saturday morning. Celebrate this big victory for the Trojan football team and the state championship for our competition cheerleaders. Really appreciate all the fans coming out tonight and those of you who watched from home. Hope you have a great evening. Trojan Network signing out.